Hi there, and welcome to Brian's Back. Questions. But before we go to questions, a little update. Everything's the exact same as it was Friday. Do we have more than 5 questions, Producer Director Balls?
Yes.
And who's going to be asking the questions today?
Senorita Rachel.
Senorita Rachel, are you going to be doing these in Espanol like last time, or will these be in English?
This will be in English.
English questions. Okay. Question numero uno.
What's the difference between a dwarf and a midget?
Wow, they both freak me out. I'm assuming dwarfs and midgets might be inches apart of being the same. Kind of like me and John Holmes. Hey-o! Anyways, I really, to the best of my knowledge, I'd say within just a matter of inches.
Now that the Tigers are out, will you find yourself rooting for the Cubs?
Tigers aren't out yet. We have like 40 games to go. They're only 10 out. I got my dog licking himself, if you can hear it in the background. No, the Tigers aren't out of it. And also, not to rip on Cub fans, but I'll always root for the American League first. So right now, I am kind of rooting for the Sox because they're in the Tigers division. Once that division gets eliminated, then I go to the rest of the American League, unless it's the Evil Empire or Boston. I won't root for those two. So then I'll go to the Cubs. But no, I'm American League all the way.
How come we have the letters C and K in the English alphabet that they both provide the same function?
No, C and K don't. You call somebody a cocksucker? Now, right there, the K was used in 2 different terms, wasn't it? No, wait, technically, cock. No, you're right. God, my dog's ass is in the way. Okay. You're right there. And cocksucker, the C and the K are used the same way. Good choice. But when you go to McDonald's, do you ask for a cheeseburger? No. C and K are used different there. So, C and K's do not always have the same sound. You know, yes, would you like extra keys on your pizza? No, it doesn't work there. And so technically, C has a lot of different, you know. Plus, how would you like to spell no? C-N-O-W? People would pronounce it no instead of no. See, it works differently. The English language is screwed up, but C and K, yes, does have a lot of possibilities of having the same, but there are situations where they are different. So, I'm just saying that it's different for a reason.
I thought there were only 13 colonies when Betsy Ross was alive.
Yes, and the point I was bringing is that even though there was only 13, she should have looked at a map of the world and she would have seen that there could have been 50 out there. Now, when I turned 12, I had the foresight to get my kids' names tattooed and my future wife's name tattooed on my arm. Why? Because I could just tell that was going to be her name and then were going to be my kids' names. It's called foresight. Betsy Ross didn't use any because she's a lazy cow. And I wasn't supposed to speak of her name again, but you made me, so I did. Okay, sorry.
How could George Washington know that there would be 50 states?
Because he was the greatest president of our time. Not only he was a thief and everything else, he chopped down the cherry tree. Not. Anyways, he should have known. Like I said, George Washington looked at the map, seen the 50 states, but he knew Betsy was on the rag, didn't want to get involved, didn't have any might all to calm her down, so he just said, screw it. Okay, Betsy, 13's good. We'll just go with the 13. We'll do the 50 later. We'll make somebody else do your work.
Why does the Easter Bunny hand out eggs? Should it not be the Easter chicken?
No, because Easter bunnies don't exist. I hate to break that to you, but the Easter Bunny doesn't exist. There's no such thing. The only one there is, Tooth Fairy and Santa Claus. Everybody else is just a myth.
What does SPAM stand for?
There's a few schools of thought on this. SPAM could actually be an acronym for something like something mail. And I don't remember the SPA right now. And but if you Google spam, there's 2 schools of thought. One is that it's just spam because of the canned ham, you know, that Hormel makes it tasty and anyways, but spam also has an acronym that some people believe it might be. I can't remember right now, but that's why we have the Google on the internets.
Have you used the free music downloads from Rhapsody from the Coke point?
No, because I already have all my iPod, whatever. What's the cheap one called?
The Nano.
The iPod Shuffle. That's all I have. That's all I can afford. My daughter gets the fancy one, and my son gets the fancy one, even though his is Microsoft, not Apple. And I have the little tiny one, and it's full, so I don't use the Rhapsody downloads.
If you could do it all over again, what should be your chosen career? C-A-R-R-E-R?
Career.
Chosen career.
Oh, career.
Okay, who was the genius? No, you can't tell me who the genius was that spelled that. My chosen career. What's wrong with cleaning shitters for a living? Can you honestly say you make $20 an hour cleaning shitters? I can. Now, okay, maybe not the most noble job in the world, but pays the bills. Obviously, I'm fat and sassy. Not going hungry. Everybody's, Granted, I haven't worked all year, so my income tax this year is going to be pretty impressive, considering my income for this year was $0. But normally, if I could have a different chosen profession, believe it or not, and this is the truth, you can ask my wife, mortician. I think dead people rule.
That's it.
Okay, without shaking your heads this time, do anybody else have any questions?
Why are you so creepy?
Why am I so creepy? And that's for my daughter. I am creepy because of my DNA. Now, what does DNA stand for?
Dianucleus.
Shut up. Nobody will ever know what DNA stands for. It's just one of those mysteries in life. Not all of us are Juliette Lewis or whatever the hell her name was that founded the whole DNA sequence of thing. Yes, I know Rosalind Franklin. I'm being funny. But it's just one of those mysteries in life. Why are we wacky? Why is Jeff wacky? Why is Mike Kelly sexy? Why is Hambone hung like a Statue of Liberty? That didn't make sense. It's just one of those things. Why is Brian Schmidt not keeping his pants and quit having kids every year? These are just things we'll never know the answer to.
I have no questions.
No.
Since nobody has any questions, I'd like to ask my dog one question. He's not here right now, but he wrote down the answer for me, so I thought I would ask the question, and he gave me the answer. Harley, who do you think is the greatest baseball player of all time? And his answer was Robinson. I'm assuming he meant Jackie Robinson. Don't know. They're both yes, like my dog and the player, they're both black, I guess. That was her racist joke, not mine. This has been an edition of Brian's Back. See you next time.